Hello, welcome everybody. My name is Ronald Bird and welcome to our new spring-summer edition of Style Speaks. I have a lineup of some really special guests and I happen to be sitting next to one right now. If you don't know who he is, let me introduce him. Mr. Chef Kenny, how you doing?
Nice to meet you, Ron.
Nice to meet you. I feel like I know you. We've been kind of planning this for a while, right?
Yes, for a while, since last year, right?
Since last year.
Good things come to us free. Yeah.
Finally nabbed him. And I'm really honored and blessed because he traveled. I won't say he traveled all the way from New York just for me, but I can think that. But he's here from New York, visiting family and things like that. Well, so welcome. I appreciate you taking time out in your schedule to talk to us.
I appreciate it.
All right, tell us. So where are you from?
I am originally from Washington, D.C. We're here in D.C., as you said, and born and raised here, Washingtonian from Southeast D.C.
Okay.
So I'm
from Southeast
D.C. McKinley Tech graduate, UDC grad. Yeah, so I'm a DC through and through, bro.
Okay, well I think I kind of knew that, but I'm gonna pretend like I don't know nothing about you for the sake of the audience.
Right.
For the sake of the audience. Well, tell us a little bit. Well, I mean, obviously, I know the city. I'm a native Washingtonian myself, so I know the city and probably some of the areas in which you frequently. But tell us a little bit about your childhood and your upbringing a little bit. Big family.
Big church family.
Okay.
That is the
praise the Lord.
Praise the Lord. Hallelujah. DC was that for me. Yeah, growing up in DC and kind of Maryland as well, but primarily in DC. Big church family. My family are 4 generations Washingtonians. So we stay here. My mom and them. They over in Austin Hill, and my aunt and them uptown.
Okay.
My uncle has a big church here, and so does my aunt. So I was raised in that church environment that back when it was Chocolate City.
Right.
I don't know, you remember those vibes?
Yeah, hello. You see the gray hairs on my chin? Of course I remember when it was CC.
We're talking about good Washington, D.C. where, I grew up seeing black cops.
Right.
I had a black mayor. My teachers were black. My pastor was black. So it was just a really good season to be here in the city, just to see your own, not in the sense of that, that integration is great, but it was a good moment.
Right.
It was a good moment, and I'm grateful for it. So yeah, big church family, big food family.
Okay.
Cooks. When you have a neighborhood and everybody comes over and they want to eat at your house, that was our house.
Okay.
And we do that.
Literally.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, which really kind of transitions to my next question about the whole food piece and your enthusiasm and creativity and is how that got started. But I know you're also in the health and fitness, I guess the health piece and the food. So, with the family like that, coming from cooks and people slaying over the, over the irons and everything. So that obviously gave you your interest, and is that where you started, or your desire to cook?
Yeah, the desire to cook was always there. I don't know if you remember the movie Soul Food.
I do.
And so everyone kind of had a role. You remember the sisters, one made potato salad, one did cornbread, and everybody,
Everybody has a little specialty.
I really didn't. The food thing, I was overweight, so it was mainly I love food. So we can talk about that a little later. And food was a way that we connected in our family. It was a way that we told our stories, and especially after church.
Right.
So I'm one of those guys that I was in church 4 days a week. Sunday after service, Tuesday night service, Wednesday night Bible study, the Friday. So I'm that guy.
Okay.
And then Sunday, so food was always there. And the first time I had this experience, I'll tell you this, I'm not even said this out loud because I'm writing a book, so we're talking about this.
Another one.
But the first time, I experienced food and music at the same time. Being in the choir stand, and what would happen is if the church got too crowded, it was a small church up there right off on Randolph Road, they would send us down in the basement, the kids, to play, so the adults could sit. So I remember singing, hearing music, and in the basement where the church ladies were cooking the good fried chicken.
Okay.
And
good fried chicken.
because there's fried chicken. And then
there's
good fried chicken.
Okay.
The one that's greasy enough to let the bread sit there in the soak with a hot sauce.
We got your camera lady on here now.
Do you understand? Y'all know what I'm talking about, good chicken. Like, I come from hot shops and all the good restaurants from Florida Avenue Grill, all the good food. So I know good food, y'all, when I tell you about good food. So yeah, the answer to your question was, I grew up in a food environment.
Okay.
And so I kind of was in charge of the macaroni and cheese.
Okay, so that was your statement.
That was my statement to the family.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, that had to have transitioned I mean, even though you may have decided to cook and you did some things well, we got some challenges in the background. Hopefully, they don't come off too bad with people talking. But we're in a lounge. So we got I have a big mouth, so I can talk. I'm sure I can talk all the way over them and through that door and across the street. So that's how we're gonna do that. But your passion for it. So where did that kind of start? Where you wanted to actually make a business to slinging pots and pans?
That's a good question. Originally, it didn't start with the food. I don't know how. I've shared this with some of my followers and people who follow me. I gotta get used to doing this. ChefKenny.com and on Facebook, Chef Kenny. That seems so funny.
I'm gonna give you time later on.
No, I don't do that. That's funny to me. I never know.
I'm gonna let you plug yourself.
Like, what is the proper time to do that? Like, that's always put it to be wrong. At the end of the comment. Noted and been directed. So back to the story. So no, it was. I originally moved to New York. The food has always been there. And I moved to New York for a singing career. I did some all-Broadway singing. I sang background for Patti LaBelle, for Michael McDonald. Yeah, I did some. That's what I was doing.
Okay.
Yeah, and I moved to New York. And when you get in that environment, you see all the food and all the different restaurants and everything.
Right.
And I just had a come to Jesus moment after the singing was kind of going on in the house. My mom said, "Won't you cook?" And I said, "Well, what do you mean, Mom?" She said, "Well, you should think about cooking."
Also, your
mother
put it in.
Yeah, my mom put it in my spirit. And I was like, "Mom, don't get it twisted. Me making the macaroni and cheese is different than going to culinary school."
Right.
And she said, "No, I think you should cook." And so I went to culinary school, and I just got the bug. And there's something that, I've heard a few artists say, and I know you've experienced it in your art as well. There's just a moment where time goes away and you're just in the vibe of it. And singing gave me that vibe, but it's a little short high. Being in the kitchen where I get to control.
You said short high.
It's a short high. You get out there, you sing.
You say anything like a quick high, or
you do your little.
It's a little short high.
It's a short high.
It's
about a 5 minute. It's about a 5 minute high. Unless you're doing the whole set, and I enjoy that high. You like that applause that comes in.
Yeah.
But with food, from the start of going to the grocery store,
it gave me a big high.
It gave me a big high. I get to choose the vegetables. I get to choose what the meal is going to be. You understand what I'm saying? And from beginning to end, how the food rolls out to people eating the appetizer, to smiling, to here's a dessert, here's a birthday cake, or whatever celebration is, out. That whole high all the way through, dude.
Wow. It's getting excited, getting all worked up right now. Talking about it.
It really, I love food. I love food.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
That's amazing, man.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I didn't think, usually I like to ask people, whatever it is they're doing, in my business and working with models and creative people, I like to ask, well, how did you start this? Or, what kind of gave you the because a lot of models, people have told them that I think you should model. They've never really wanted or thought about it themselves. If you ask most models, they never really thought themselves as a model, but other people, their mama, their daddy, or their friend, said, I think you'd be good as a model. So that's always interesting to me, how people get, kind of get plugged into certain things, and then they just take it on and say, well, yeah, maybe you're right, or, whatever. So you kind of took that to heart, obviously.
I took it to heart, and when you kind of look back, when I look back on my life, the food was always there. I didn't know it, and this is when oftentimes when people say, I don't know what my passion is, and I just always tell people, well, I don't know what my passion is, I don't know what that thing is. I said, look,
you must have saw my car, because I was just ready to talk about passion was next. But
no, it's just that because it usually it's not that far out from yourself.
Right.
It's what you're doing in the moment, right? And so when friends would call me, have a birthday party, say you had a party, my friend would call me and say, could you come over an hour early and help me? And I used to thought that was, why do I have to come an hour early? But they were like,
compliment.
It was a compliment, me helping organize the food, me doing the thing. I'll tell you this real quick. When I was 6 years old, I was in love with Spider-Man. And my mom threw me a Spider-Man party. I'll never forget it. And I had a Spider-Man cake that was in the middle. And a Spider-Man cake and cheese doodles, everything all around it. So think about this.
Okay.
And
this was last year, right?
No, when I was 6, and then my mom pushed the cake all the way to the back and had the cheese doodles and everything. I'm 6 years old. I remember this moment. I remember saying to myself while I was at the party, why is my cake all the way back there? Why the cheese doodles? should be over there with the Doritos. The juice should be
Oh,
over
you
there.
are
By,
all-
I remember
okay,
thinking
yeah,
it's for people to get to the cake. And
Wow.
at 6 years old, the cheese doodle should be by the
Okay,
colors,
right,
by the Doritos, and by the candy corn.
right.
It didn't, and I was doing that at 6 years old.
Wow.
So now I see that skill set now as a caterer.
Okay.
That needs to go there, that needs to go there. This is how the people walk in. This is where the forks need to be. This is
Right,
what the-
right.
And I just got a little tingle, bro. I just.
It don't take much for him.
No,
For him.
Now we
Okay,
talking about-
y'all out there, don't take much for a tingle for this man.
As long as we're talking about
Well-
food, the other thing you got to work for.
Well, and I joke. Obviously, it gives me a tingle too because this is what I enjoy doing: getting people to that point where you can actually say, you know, we joke about getting a tingle because a lot of the questions that I'd like to ask or get people in a comfortable place to answer is questions that they typically don't get asked every day, and sometimes you'll get in a situation like this. I always like the dialogue, and that's why I do what I do with Style Speaks. It's just the conversation, and you know now with social media and the electronics and things that we have today, the conversation is just like dead. You know what I'm saying? People don't want to talk and communicate. Let's talk. Pick up the phone. Don't text me a whole meeting or whatever. So that made my day. You even expressing yourself that way.
Yeah, I appreciate
you
it.
definitely.
Yeah.
So that's obviously was the passion. So that passion grew into obviously you started. Tell me a little bit about you deciding to write a book.
Yes.
And your present project.
Yeah, it's one and the same. I've had an ebook out before. It was your Shake Lunch Up. And as I said, I was overweight. I lost over 75 pounds. And I was heavy as a child and through my adulthood. So when I had that chance to kind of tell people were coming to me after I lost the weight and said, Kenny, how did you do it? And you know, I found that protein shakes, which is my first book, was really helpful to me. One of the things when it comes to eating healthy and you're on the go, what happens is we get hungry along the way. All right. So people, when you turn hungry, there is no healthy eating.
Oh yeah,
you just
it's
want
whatever you
it's
can
whatever
grab
you
and
want to pick
snap
up.
on, yeah.
And lunch is that time where people pick up the most of the empty calories.
Right.
From between 11 o'clock and 4 o'clock.
Okay.
That's when we pick up most of the empty calories because we're away from the home.
Right.
And so that first book was about that. The book I'm doing now, I can't give you the title yet, but it is a lunch cookbook because I'm really passionate about that season of time. Because even people, even my high-end clients or my friends or my family, whatever they are, they all want to know, they have to have this common goal, common question. What am I going to eat for lunch?
Right.
What am I? And so I want to answer that question, but do it in a helpful way,
Right.
and do it in a practical way where people can pick up, hopefully, some new tools to help. You know, because obesity is out the door.
Absolutely.
And what I personally struggle with, you say what inspired you, that's the question, was going around in the neighborhoods in New York City. I don't know if you noticed, it's probably here in DC, that you're seeing a lot more of us with canes and walking and
I do
diabetes.
notice it.
You know what I mean?
And getting on public transportation, needing help, and not that old.
And not that old.
Not that old.
You know what I'm saying? And so there is this disconnect between the food we eat and allowing it to feed our bodies for life. And so if I could, add to that conversation, get people to start talking about not so much what do you want to eat, but talk about what does my body need.
Right.
And that's what the book is about, kind of just addressing those health concerns, but doing it in a flavorful way.
Okay.
Yes.
Now that's what.
The current book.
Okay.
Cookbook and lunch.
Okay.
The Shake Lunch Up is just about shakes and lunch.
Okay.
And how to keep it moving, how to keep it shaking, because that's what I do.
Well, I'm loving what you do. As you know, I follow you. I've been a fan of yours for a while, my friend. And somebody just tripped over the light. Maybe you started drinking.
I just missed that. I'm so sorry.
So I mean, it's amazing, and you seem to be. So you kind of go back and forth. You live obviously in New York now, but do you spend a lot of time, or you just kind of come home for holidays in DC?
My family's still here, so I get here at least 6 times.
Okay.
If not more, if something's going on. And my mom is still here, and so actually while I'm here this weekend, I'm going to the Bahamas. So I'll be leaving on Saturday for South Beach. But here's the thing, I planned the trip. I'm so sorry, Mom. I planned the trip not even realizing that May 12th was
Mother's Day.
And so she's giving me the blues.
As she should be.
So, but that's it. I'm making up for it as I leave you guys. I'm going to make dinner like I told you. So family's coming over. I got to cook on my last day.
Get ready to go sling some.
Yeah, I'm about to sling. Yeah, she wants some shrimp scampi, and I'm gonna throw some roll out my cornbread and just do a southern style. Yeah, I'll do it for Mom. I won't be here Sunday. I'm sorry.
Okay, well, you know, I'm sure she'll let you go.
Yeah.
But well, tell everybody how to get in touch with you. As I did some posted on social media, a lot of people want to be your helpers. As I posted those dishes, they want to be samplers and such. So anyway, let people know how to get connected to Chef Kenny.
Great. By the end of the month, I will have revamped chefkenny.com. So maybe by the time this airs,
Okay.
I don't know how that works.
In a couple days.
Couple of days. Oh, well, it's pressure.
Probably by Monday. It'll be up.
Then it won't.
All right, I was going to say, don't get cute now. It ain't gonna take that long.
You are funny.
I won't lay on mine too
But
long.
I would say beginning of the month, they can get me on chefkenny.com. Right now, Facebook as Chef Kenny Minor. You know, we're on there. I'm talking, and on those are the two main. And on Instagram is Chef Kenny. So Chef Kenny Minor. So just come in contact, and I try to keep it fun when it comes to vegetables and eating healthy. You know, it can be a little more.
Yeah.
So I try to show people how to connect it to their everyday life, because this is what we're talking about.
Right.
Beyond the smoke and mirrors.
And you're saving lives too.
I like to think so, and that's important to me. I mean, ministry was very important to me, and so this transition into food and helping people live their best life was just an organic thing that happened. That's good. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for taking your time out. You did an amazing job, my friend.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody.
All right. Well, this has been another edition of Style Speaks. Until the next time, which is very soon. Next month we have another amazing interview coming up. So until then, have a great holiday.